What was the motive behind that speech? And that speech was good too.
I'm assuming that you're talking about my speech about being realistic.
Yeah.
That was a speech that I gave for my senior speech. And the inspiration behind that was that as we're kind of moving forward in the world, there are a lot of these like issues that we're consistently facing on a day-to-day basis and constantly being tasked to come up with solutions to those problems. And a lot of the more realistic solutions are ones that have tried and either failed or have been tried to be pushed through but have been shot down many times over and over again. And I think that we're at this point where these issues are becoming so exacerbated, where it is really important now to stop looking at the realistic sort of goals and start looking at the more unrealistic goals, like what can we do right now in order to make sure that these issues don't continue to become even more exacerbated and become even worse in the future. So I think that that was the primary focus of my speech for me, including that, again, targeting it towards the younger generations and how, as a generation, we are not the generation of being realistic. I think that, for the entirety of Generation Z, we have consistently tried to push the boundaries of what it means to be realistic and to set realistic goals and to do like realistic things. And I think we're now at a point where, as a generation, we are ready to be unrealistic and to sit here and say, this is an issue, it needs to be solved. What can we do now to make sure that it is solved within those 10 to 20 years rather than waiting those 10 to 20 years to come up with a more realistic option to solve these issues?